Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Foles. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
So this game here in London, the first of 5 games in the NFL International Series for 2022. We'll see the Giants and Packers here next week. Broncos and Jags at Wembley at the end of the month. The Seahawks and the Bucs, that'll be in November in Munich, Germany. First time a game's been held there. And then we wrap up down in Mexico City, November 21st. Cardinals and Niners from Estadio Azteca.
Now Foles. He'll buy some time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
The Saints at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Foles. Complete. Smith has it.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about tight ends in a lot of cases now, pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Now a 1st down throw, complete downfield.
And did he get in? No! They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line.
A big-time play there for New Orleans. 49 yards.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Kamara looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Be alert, be alert. Under.
Now an end around here as Foles is just going to tap this forward.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Chris Olave.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very solid gain of 27.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
K.J. Osborne with the 1st down grab in the Minnesota Vikings organization. They're all eager to see exactly what they have in him because he came out of nowhere in 2021 with 50 catches and 7 touchdowns after not catching a pass as a rookie in 2020. He certainly earned a chance to be in the team's top 3, and they want to see if he can build on those numbers from 2021.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They'll throw again. Cousins. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay at a 7-point game. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Foles throw caught by Olave. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Here's Foles. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll drop to throw. Locates Kamara on the out route. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying to...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Cousins now from the 50.
Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Osborne. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
38 yards on the scamper there.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time up, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. First down, here's the run with Cook. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Cousins now. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you, and that time they were on guard. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. It's caught. Smith. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Smith. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Foles. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On 2nd and 10, Foles. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jarvis Landry as the first half is winding down. And the Saints would extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action now. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Yeah, he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands these situations. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. Throwing. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 2nd down and 4. Cousins again. Open man once again. It's Thielen. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 17-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
To throw is Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. Joseph's got it, and that will close the gap down to 14. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Here's Foles. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Now Foles. He's got a man, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 34 yards to gain that time, another first down. They'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now an end around here as Foles is just going to tap this forward. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Nwangu now from his end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
So they get the long touchdown. Meanwhile, unfortunately, we've got a guy who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we've just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
The kick by Lutz is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On play action, Cousins.
Complete. Jefferson to target.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Cousins. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's Cousins.
Got an open man, finding Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson.
With touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the 2nd half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself with better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw.
Olave holds it in.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Equanimous St. Brown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. A 1st down throw for Cousins. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. But defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook from 13 yards out. And the Vikings get a bit closer. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 8.
113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. This one caught out wide by Landry. Only a yard of the completion. It's second and goal. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. On second down, Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this